Ooh.
There's Catherine.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Why don't I look in a mirror before we start these things?
You're fine.
This just keeps getting worse. All right. Well, maybe.
So I've decided that I'm never going to shave again.
Right. First 5 minutes is Catherine and John.
Why are we being disappointing?
Well, I don't know.
I think just the fact that they get to this.
Not this.
This?
This. This.
This?
I don't know. So I spend a lot of time watching Instagram Reels and like comparatively small amount of time making Reels, and I should probably reverse those two amounts of time so that I'm being more productive. But what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Pepper.
She's not gonna. So we've allowed Pepper onto the roof.
We have not allowed Pepper onto the roof. You. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, you're okay.
I'm fine. I feel fine. I'm good. Oh, look, somebody liked. Hey, Chloe. How y'all doing?
Why don't you talk about
Okay.
something? Give me a second.
What should we talk about first? So
How about your Farmland Restoration
we can talk about that.
grant?
So I've been working on our. Oh, nice. Chloe says she hatched her first chick.
Congratulations! I remember how exciting we were the first time we hatched eggs when it was Nojo. The first chick we hatched, we named our rooster was named Norman, and we called him Nojo.
For Norman Jr.
Yeah. Oh, just love him. Yeah, and that like never gets old. Like how excited you feel right now. Like every time chicks start pipping in the incubator, I'm like.
That is true. I can confirm that. Yeah. Well, and so actually, speaking of that, we have our silkies have finally started to lay eggs, and they're our oldest, right? So they're our oldest. Not our oldest, Norman, but they were.
Yeah, we got.
Or no,
February?
the silk white Easter eggers.
Yeah.
Because they came in December.
Right.
So they've been laying for a while. So the silkies just started laying, which is good. So Kat has a bunch of eggs in the incubator to see what the
Hello.
See what the fertility rate is going to be, and hopefully it's good.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's good. The Morans have started laying, and they're
we have a whopping 3 eggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and
I mean,
their first eggs are so small.
Yeah.
Like wicked tiny.
Yeah. Two so far. One still in the egg, hatched with my mama silky hen. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's so
wow.
cool.
That is cool.
So we had one of the silk white Easter eggers is like
broody.
So broody, and part of me is like, oh, we should let her hatch some eggs, and part of me is like, it's not the right time of year to try to do that.
No, it is not. It's gonna get too cold.
But we're gonna have to test the brand eggs.
We're gonna have to test everybody, but I think like the first eggs that they lay are not necessarily the ones we need to test.
Right. But
so I think like next week, and hopefully, so the Morans came next, right? And then it should be the Polish, right?
I think so.
So maybe we could start a cascading system in the in the big incubator.
We've got those toll blunts. Toll
bunt,
I think. Coming. So whenever those come, I want to have the big incubator cranking. But I really want to take my time and like do a super thorough clean of it.
Okay.
Because we did like 5 or 6 hatches in it, and I bet there's bacteria built up. Hey, Bomber Steve, how's it going?
I'm further south here, so they should be feathered before cold hits. Hope I can brood some. You can brood some with your hens. It's so fun and rewarding.
Yeah, I do. I really want to try letting a broody, because now we have so many silkies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see little chicks out there with
Yeah, because remember
bird.
that lady who we went to pick up those silkies from like ages and ages ago, and she had like all different ages running around like wild in her backyard and like around her pool and stuff. I was like, is this heaven? Like, it's just so nice.
So nice.
It kind of reminded me of like Hawaii in a way, you know, like it was like warm, sunny, green grass, chicks.
Oh, I'm in precautionary ISO and about to go get a
COVID-19 test. Oh boy, went to town yesterday for work and they're now in a snap lockdown. Just being careful as my son is not vaccinated. Oh, well, good luck with your isolation. Hopefully you're able to get a test and it comes out negative.
Yeah.
That's what we'll hope for you.
That's what we will hope.
And hopefully you're vaccinated, so even if you do become positive, it's like a mild case and you don't get very sick. Hey, Papa's Homestead, how's it going? It took me all summer to get 2 chicks. So like, even though like I'm like, oh yeah, I want to try hatching under a hen, I'm also like, oh, but the incubator works fairly well.
We did try with some broody hens that we had
before, and it never worked.
Didn't work.
We would like mark them, and then in like 2 weeks there would be like a fresh clutch under her, and all the marked eggs would be removed.
And we tried it a couple times, and that's what happened.
Every time, yeah. I'm fully vaccinated, so not worried about me. It's just looking after the others. Okay, well.
Yeah. Good.
That's good. Yeah.
Good news all around.
Right.
Hoping for the best.
I know this whole. I
think everybody is.
So sick of COVID. Like, I just can't even imagine. Like, it's been a wild length of time.
It has been a wild length of time. Coming up on 2 years.
Yeah. There's some ruckus happening down at the chicken village.
Yeah.
You hear that?
I do.
So, what do you want to talk about? Oh, you want to talk about... Oh, why don't you talk about the Farmland Restoration grant thing?
All right. So I've been working towards getting us into a program in Connecticut called the Farmland Restoration Program, where they assist farmers in restoration projects, like everything from
hey Hannah, long time no see,
clearing land to setting up drip irrigation to fencing to whatever it takes to kind of restore that farmland. So it's been kind of an involved process with a lot of paperwork.
It's been wild. And I've only not done anything.
I was gonna say,
but it's been secondhand. I've seen you do a lot of work on it.
It's been a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
And so basically, do me a favor, Google CT NRCS. So basically, you don't have to, but you can work
this
Natural Resources Conservation Society or something like that. So anyway, so you have to work with the USDA, U.S. Department of Agriculture, to set up a conservation plan, and which also you work with the NRCS, which is the Natural Resources Conservation Society, maybe it is, something like that. And basically you set up a plan for working with them, and you have to, cost everything out, get them an estimate, and like what exactly you're going to do and how you're going to maintain it and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, Chloe, the USDA can be really involved, but luckily there's a guy at our local office named AJ who is like super duper helpful. So in the off chance you're watching this video, AJ, thank you.
Doubt it.
But
also, hey.
Yeah. So, after everything, we have an appointment next Friday for a field visit, and that's basically so that the NRCS officer can come out. And basically what they do is, in the 80s, I think it was, the whole United States was like soil mapped, where they said, okay, this is the type of soil you have, and they
Isn't that so crazy that they did that?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine how much money that costs.
Well, it might have been a lot of it like aerial. Like, I don't think they had people out here like
poking around.
Right.
Then how could they see our rocks
Who
from
knows?
space?
But anyway, so they have like a soil map from the 80s for our property, and basically what they're going to do, they told me on the phone that the map has a like plus or minus differential of 100 feet. You know, like your GPS in your car has like a differential of probably like 6 feet, meaning that your GPS says you're here, you could be like sort of anywhere within a 6-foot radius. This map is 100 feet, so that makes a big difference, especially when it comes to like property lines and stuff like that. So basically, they're going to come out and they're going to walk the property, and we're going to talk about, you know, where we can put stuff, because basically what they're concerned about is highly erodible land and wetlands. So basically, if there's wetlands anywhere near where we are, can't do anything there. If there's highly,
I didn't know that.
well, yeah, I mean that's. I mean, there may be things that we can do, but it you know, it's
Greatly limits you.
right, and you need to get specialized permits and like all kinds of stuff. So I doubt that's going to happen. But we have a survey from our property from 2013, which is actually coming up on 10 years from now, almost, you know, 8 years ago, which is kind of wild. And we do have wetlands far north, so hopefully there's no other wetlands or highly erodible soil in our area.
And did they explain to you like what highly erodible soil means?
It means that it's soil.
But like, does that mean like on a slope or
I think it's also the type.
the type?
But I don't think we have highly erodible soil here.
Okay.
Because Rob looked at it and I looked at it too, and it said we're loamy. I don't think.
Loamy sounds nice.
Yeah.
Better than clay or highly erodible.
Right. And also just I feel like, so one of the things that the soil map actually said about our property was that it was extremely rocky, bad for farming.
Didn't
so,
need
like,
a map to tell us that.
Good choice, John and Kat. But anyway.
This was a good choice.
Yeah. But I feel like even though we have a lot of rocks, to me that means our soil drains well. Meaning it shouldn't be highly erodible. Or maybe it's more highly erodible. I have no idea.
And is this lady gonna tell us?
Well, so what she said is if we have highly erodible soil, it basically just means we need to plan. We have to have a plan to conserve it.
Oh, okay.
So, like, let's say, for example, it's a steep grade, and they're going to regrade it. They're not just going to say, okay, cut down the trees, put, you know, fill, and then you're all good. It's going to be like, okay, you know, every year we're going to bring in X amount of soil to refill. We're going to set up silt fences, and, you know, basically she's going to come and help us decide how much we can do.
Okay.
Because basically, so this grant covers up to 50% or $20,000, whichever is less. So like they'll cover 50% up to $20,000. So if we have a $40,000 project, they will cover $20,000 of it. If we have a $60,000 project, they'll cover 20 of it. So our goal is to maximize what we can get from the government, because if you can get free money from the government, you're gonna do it, right?
Right, because we give so much of our money to the government as it is.
Yeah, let's not talk about taxes. Let's not get into that discussion. But anyway, so yeah, so this is,
Chloe says my farm is nicknamed Rocky Hill Farm because it's nothing but rocks and clay everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, hi Jesse, thanks for coming. Every time John has to dig a hole, he basically ends up wanting to kill himself because
it's
there's
unbelievable
so many,
up here.
There's so many rocks. Hey, BBK.
Yeah.
And all. Oh God, I try to get that right every time, but I never do. BB Kearns and all. There we go. Got it.
Is it Kearns and all?
Yeah. Kearns and all.
Kearns Allin.
Ah, sorry.
That's okay.
I tried. Rocks are an important part of land structure and vital for erosion prevention. They are also habitat for local animals and invertebrates. That's why I lose my shit
with Instagram rock stackers. Rocks.
Oh, well,
Catherine also hates rock stackers.
I hate a rock stack, like, from the very core of my being. Oh, that's died?
Well, it was sort of working before. I'll get it.
It just needs to be charged.
Do you have a USB on that thing?
Yes.
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 Don't they?
Here and here.
Okay, can we unplug one of those? Which one's not your mouse?
I think this one is my mouse. Okay.
Yeah, so, but anyway, so all that to basically say, it has been an extremely long process just to get to step one.
Yes.
So, like,
Oh, hi, Em.
I had like 4 huge forms to fill out, and basically, so step one was to get our farm listed with the USDA, so they now have a map of our property basically, um, and yeah, and then whatever we do from now on, we can designate, different plots. So like eventually we will create a map for where we have the alpaca pasture and what we'll put another pasture in the flower farm and stuff like that. And the reason why we're going through the USDA and the NRCS, it's definitely more of a pain in the neck to do, but the USDA and NRCS also have other grants that you will not be.
Good luck at your test.
Yes, good luck. You won't be. What's the word? Won't be eligible for unless you do all this kind of stuff.
So this grant that we're applying for, you could do without the USDA.
Yep.
But then there's a whole bunch of other grants that the USDA makes you eligible for.
Yes. So that's why we're going through it this way. And I think, and this is all based on feel, but like basically the way that they had done it in the past was just kind of like whoever submits the form, I think you kind of get it. But when I spoke to the guy at the Connecticut Agriculture Department, he had said it's become more of a competitive thing. So like if we can go, the whole thing is restoration. So it's, taking land that just be trees or woods and restoring it back to farmland. So, I feel like if you go through the NRCS and USDA, it might be an extra pain in the butt, but it'll pay off down the road, and I think it'll help us, hopefully stand out and get this grant.
That's what the sheep guy was saying, that like back in the day, he's the president of the Connecticut Farm Bureau Association, and he was saying that like back in the day, he would be like bouncing around at the meetings being like, there's money, just put in an application, you'll get money. And like still people wouldn't do it, but
I remember
secret's out, I guess.
In high school, everybody would say like you can get scholarships to college, but no, and I've heard studies where there's like millions of dollars that go unclaimed every year in scholarships.
That be, though?
I don't know. Scholarship for everything. Yeah. Left-handed, basket weaving. Underwater basket weaving, sorry.
Oh, just in case anybody is interested in flowers. Yeah, I'm on a tangent right now, so brace yourself. Hey, Whiskey and Sunshine Off Grid.
Let me pause real quick.
Okay.
So Chloe just asked how you would figure out what you're eligible for grant-wise. I don't know where you're at, but you can check with your state Department of Agriculture, or you probably have some sort of farm bureau or like club. Yeah, membership program where you pay, dues per year, and they'll be able to give you the inside on it. I'm sure they have it, Kentucky. Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to find something. You can check even probably with your local extension office or like, even zoning, or your state Department of Agriculture. Just check. It was one of those things where I think you mentioned it a long time ago when we first bought this property, and we looked at it.
No, I mentioned it when we still lived in Reading, I think.
Oh.
Grants we talked about.
Yeah. Well, I think this one specifically was when we bought this property because we're talking about land clearing.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, just try Googling's good. But also, check the Department of Agriculture for your state.
Okay, so my tangent.
Your tangent, flowers.
Yeah, so if anybody doesn't already follow Florette online, you should. But if you're interested in growing flowers, she has a course that teaches you about like flower farming as a business. And right now, this week, starting yesterday until next Tuesday, she has an application online where you can apply to get a scholarship for her course. And her course is like $2,500. And this is full scholarship, so you'll get like the books, the workbook, you get online, all the course material, it's all videos. It looks amazing, and I'm gonna apply for the scholarship, but they have 16 scholarship places available. So if anybody's interested in like an opportunity to try to grow some cut flowers, And she also, the thing that's so cool about her, she talks about it on her Instagram stories all the time, is she doesn't care like where you are in your journey. If you like have an established business, if you run like a nonprofit, if you're just dreaming about starting a business, if you want to start a side business, like scale and size, she says, doesn't matter. She just wants to hear like your story. And the application for her scholarship is only 2 essay questions with a maximum of 250 words per essay. So it's not like the amount of time that John has invested into this farmland restoration grant is like crazy. I mean, crazy good. It's worthwhile, hopefully.
Yeah.
But like this is like you write 2 essays. So I recommend everybody apply. I'm gonna apply.
You shouldn't be telling people though, because now you're creating competition.
No, I think she's got like millions of followers. She had a dang TV show.
A dang TV show.
Oh my god, I went for something like that. Veggies just don't do well here because of pests, and my cut flowers do amazing. I just don't know how to sell them. That sounds perfect. Yeah, go to her website and apply for her scholarship, because we actually had like almost the exact same experience. When we were living in Reading, we like wanted to grow tons and tons of veggies and sell them, and it was very difficult to get a big enough harvest to put up like a little display for sale.
Because we would just have like 1 or 2 cucumbers.
Right, or like, whatever. A little pile of tomatoes, or like enough cherry tomatoes to fill like 2 or 3 pints.
Yeah.
Which like, that's not a farm stand, right? Yeah. But like, when we started to try to do cut flowers, we could make like 10 bouquets in a cut if we wanted to, which I think is enough to have a farm stand. I mean, a small one, but...
Totes.
So, flowers are the future. Flowers and fiber. And feathers.
Oh boy. Flowers, fiber, and feathers.
Yeah.
You want to say hi?
Yeah, we haven't had a Great Dane visit in a while.
It's just the butt.
The 3 Fs. Maybe we should change our name to 3F Farm. Triple F Farm. Farm.
Farm.
Farm. That'd be funny.
Yeah. We could just make it like F-U-H Farm.
Farm.
Farm. Maybe if you unplug it. Yeah.
Nope. I'm trying to get our lantern going, but... Oh, there... Wow!
Scary story time.
Yes, well, so now I'm like cool dead light, and you're like warm nice light. You look alive, and I just look crazy. It gets so dark there so early. Yeah, it's coming up to be fall, although you wouldn't know it based on the temperature.
Yeah, I think it was 85 today.
85 today. It was a very warm day to be walking dogs.
Yep.
You had 2 Great Danes and what? 2 Great Danes?
A black and a fawn.
Oh, that's nice. The first Great Dane I ever like really knew in person was a fawn. Her name was Kaya. She was so sweet, but also like a lunatic. So it was wet and floody here. I think it's gonna be wet here
the next couple days.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we're gonna have clear weather this weekend.
I actually just looked at the Wonderground forecast, and it looks good.
Good.
So for both Saturday and Sunday.
Because on the weekend's agenda, we are going to repaint the alpaca barn.
Which I'm really excited to have that barn repainted, because I hate the color.
Yeah. Oh, hey TNS, how's it going? Pepper is out here with us. Pepper, come say hi to TNS. Beef. And she's looking. Hi. Can you come over here, please? Oh, thank you. What a sweet girl you are. Maybe you want to angle the candle. Oh, hi. Say hi to TNS. They love you. Yeah, so we're giving Pepper a chance to be the Roof Live dog.
Roof Live dog.
Since Pebbles was fired from that job.
Yes. Well, she fired herself.
Yeah. Hi, Mulberry Branch. How's it going? Names were Missile and Rocket. Those are cute names.
Those are cute names.
So we met somebody last week. The person we went over to their house and they had the goats.
Mm-hmm.
Her goat names were like Mischief, Mayhem.
Oh yeah.
What else? I forget. They were super funny. Not so much Jump.
An unintentional jump.
Yeah.
But she's fine.
Yeah, right. She was fine. Didn't even have to go. Y'all getting goats yet? So, I like the idea of goats, but then when we start talking about like the practicality of goats and like how intense their fencing needs to be so that they don't escape, and how like diligently they need to be kept separately from the alpacas because of the parasites and the copper toxicity, like basically we like start getting into it, and I'm like, Hi Simply Jan, how's it going? Yeah. So, and I agree that Great Danes are the best dogs to have, not the most logical like farm dogs.
Not at all. Hunting dogs, even though Pepper couldn't hunt her way out of a paper bag.
She's hunting a stick right now,
Yeah.
and the stick is probably going to end up winning.
Yeah. But, Kat and I have always said, like, no goats, no goats, no goats, no goats, and then we go over this person's house, and Kat holds a goat for like 3 seconds, and then I was like, maybe we could get goats. That's all it took.
Wait.
Because the problem is they were nice and they liked scratches.
Yeah.
And if you're a fluffy animal and you like scratches,
I'm gonna scratch you.
Yeah.
TNS said I had goats for FFA. I don't know what that is to you, and we'll never have them again. That's interesting. Because so I like posted that picture on Instagram, and like everybody except for like Anne was like, get a goat. So.
Future farmers of America.
Oh. Interesting.
There you go.
Oh yeah, we see them when we go to the Big E. We see them. They do like the little contests to like who can grow the best pumpkin or whatever, and they wear they have like.
I thought that was 4-H with the blue and the red.
Well, I know 4-H is also a thing, but Future Farmers of America is definitely also a thing.
4-H, but farmer specific.
Interesting. And is 4-H not farmer specific? We're like a bunch of city folks over here. Like did not grow up with farming.
No.
I was in FFA too. Loved it. FFA is usually green, I think. Oh, are we gonna be attacked by bugs right now?
Probably.
Okay, I'm so mad because in high school I had the chance to be in FFA and didn't do it. Yeah. Didn't
I went to an all-boys prep high school.
I know.
Look at me now.
Okay, what else is on our list to talk about?
Well, we were going to talk about the Big E, so.
Oh yeah, we talk about the Big E right now. So, if anybody's in like this area of the country, the Big E is this. It's kind of like an agricultural fair and kind of like a state fair.
It's called the Eastern States Exposition.
Yeah, so they're like Vermont has like a house, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Maine, probably New Jersey, but.
And number one, it's in Springfield, Massachusetts. We're in Connecticut.
Yeah, so it's like an hour and a half drive for us. Oh, hey, Sweet Pea, we're just talking about Big E.
Happy you're back.
Yes.
And happy to be in your pocket.
Wednesday crew reunited. You should have seen she was felting this little like wormy dude. Oh my god, he's so cute. And she maybe I'll show John on the replay. She felted a ghost. Oh my god, it was so cute. I died. Okay, so the Big E. So on October 2nd and 3rd, they're doing alpaca shows. So on hopefully on the 2nd, but if it rains, we'll go on the 3rd. We'll go and watch the alpacas and maybe, rub elbows with some people who are like real. Yeah,
because so in the past, and so even before we did any sort of real farming, number one, that's cool, in Connecticut. So we had gone to the Big E even when we were just dating. Oh yeah.
Just dating.
Because I remember there was one point we went out to dinner and I was talking about the Big E. And Catherine was like, do you think we'll still be dating by then?
By the time the Big E rolls around? Because I always like to go to it, and sometimes I have trouble like roping someone into it.
And I had gone to it too, even though I was never into like the farming thing. It's like food.
Right, there's like carnival
terrible
games,
food.
and there's like an as seen on TV, like
Whole like hangar.
yeah,
Like an
yes,
airplane
exactly.
hangar.
And it's just like booth after booth of like slap chop. And
Yeah,
like,
it's
so
it's
weird.
really like kind of cheesy.
We're probably making it sound really good. It's actually fun.
Yeah, no, it's totally fun. But they have like it's gonna sound dumb, but they have like potato
Hey,
from.
Samira. Oh, we're talking about the Big E. Samira's gonna meet up with us there.
Where's the potato from?
Maine.
Maine.
Yum.
And like they just it's all like really good food and like just it's good to go. It's like
Didn't
a
you
big.
say you had like an alligator burger?
I had an alligator burger
and
there
you can
once.
get what's the donut with a burger inside of it?
Yeah, the Krispy Kreme donut. I forget what it's called. But
Or-
I had a deep fried Snickers bar there.
Or they make like pulled pork sundaes where you
Yeah.
have like pulled pork, mashed potatoes, gravy, beans, like in a little sundae cup. Yum.
Yeah, and Sweet Pea, that would be great. It's probably like, well, actually, I don't know if it's actually probably closer.
She said it's like 4 hours from her,
Yeah,
so
just, why do you live so far
quite
away?
the hike.
Yeah.
Deep fried Oreos, yeah, all the kind of food that's like really good for you and will serve
Right,
you well long
right.
term.
Yeah. Yeah, we go there, I think, when it opens at like 10 o'clock. And then,
No, they open at like 8.
well, we go at like 10. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
But anyway.
but we basically just eat our way through it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And yeah, so like a state fair. But
Yeah.
just, big.
big. It's like a kind of like a 4-state fair.
Right.
Oh, and there was like a lumberjack demonstration that we went to and watched,
That was
which was
pretty
like
cool.
so weirdly fun. Who did we go with that year?
That was just,
No, we were there
oh,
with somebody.
Susie?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, wasn't it Bodie Jesse? And
Oh.
yeah, anyway. So they have like, lumberjacking where they have to like roll on a log or like axe down a tree or do like the big saw. It was
Right.
fun. Just everything about it is super fun.
But so we would go, and every year we would watch the sheep shearing demonstration.
Oh, hey, Money Pit. How's it going?
And
Are you near the capital of... No, we're in southern Connecticut.
southwest,
Southwest Connecticut.
nearer to Danbury.
Hannah, it was nice to see you in here. Hoping you're feeling good with your pregnancy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a 14-hour drive.
Ah.
It's not
No,
worth
no.
a 14-hour
No.
drive. What in the world is worth a 14-hour drive? Nothing.
Very few things.
Yeah.
But we would go and watch the sheep shearing demonstration every year, and that's
Yes.
what kind of inspired us to originally get sheep.
Yeah, we were going to get into sheep instead of alpacas.
But then apparently I was mean to the barn salesman, and so we didn't get a barn. So we didn't end up getting sheep, and we decided on alpacas and built the alpaca barn, and the rest is history. But this year they have... Oh, shit.
Oh, Pebbles just opened the door, so
No,
Donna's
that's
going to catch it.
Pepper.
Okay, I've got Peanut actually.
Come on, dog. Come on, Pebbles.
If you get Pebbles inside, and then I'm holding Peanut.
Come on.
Sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. A quick pause while we wrangle Danes. Peanut should probably go inside
Yeah.
too, though.
Well, I think I'm just going to put them all.
Oh, okay. And probably when you take Peanut, Pepper will go too.
I got it. Come on.
Okay. Sorry.
Come on, Pepper.
Brief Great Dane interlude. Okay. Donald always loves those Polish sausages with the green peppers and onions at those kind of places. That sounds good. Yeah, we definitely see there's like a sausage like palace, I think it's called, which is like so awkward. But another thing that's there at those kind of places, I think they're called millennium fries or millennial fries. They're like potato chips that are all like interconnected, but like fresh fried. Like they cut up a potato while you wait and fry it into chips, and then you can put like cheese and stuff on it. I've reverted back into Biggie
It's okay.
food talk because I'm a fat kid.
Well, it's great.
Yeah.
Barbecue's good. Whoopie pies.
Oh yeah, you always
You got a whoopie pie.
do that. Anywho.
A lot of people drinking beer at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, nothing like drinking beer at 8:30 in the morning, and then when you're walking back to your car,
You know, that is true. There is nothing like drinking beer at 8:30 in the morning. Whether it's a good thing or not is up to interpretation, but not much like it. Anyway, as you're walking back to your car,
I was just gonna say, like, you have to be looking down because there's like vomit all over the place.
you're making it sound really good, really fun.
It's fun. I'm ready for margaritas. I don't think. Well, maybe you're allowed to have margaritas. Are you allowed to drink when you're with baby? I don't know the rules of
I don't
that
know.
kind
Can
of
you
stuff.
say breast milk on YouTube? But I don't know.
I miss fair food so much. Yeah, it's just been a long time since we've been like out in public. So
Yeah. Well, and we are going to run out of patience for the general public fairly quickly.
yeah.
But you know, it's one of those things where it's like, as two people who don't go out a lot,
Whiskey and Sunshine said, "Can't stay drunk all day if you don't get started early." Sorry.
you know, whiskey and sunshine off grid. It's all in the name, right? Get it? It's alpacas. Anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, so
Don't say with baby.
well, baby's not coming.
No, baby's born.
No, to the Big
Oh,
E.
to the Big E? I don't know. I thought you meant like coming.
No, baby is there.
Yes. Shot right out.
She will be with me, and I will drink responsibly.
Oh, okay. Good.
Drink responsibility. But anyway, so this year they actually have an alpaca like fiber day. So, and I think that's the first time, at least that I've seen that, or maybe that we've actually looked at the schedule.
I know we usually don't look at the schedule. We just look at like our calendars
Yeah.
and see which day is appropriate to go. But
but
Samira texted me and was like, "What do you think they do at an alpaca show?" I was like, "Probably just walk in circles, but we're gonna go." Watch.
well, and I think they had it was alpaca fiber day too.
Was it?
So they do something with fiber. And it's just, you know,
It'll be fun to go get like schooled a little
Yeah.
bit more.
or see what's going on. You know, we are not the like show type
No.
alpaca owners. We're much closer to pets. I think they are just really pets.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
it'll be
fun.
interesting. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it like big time.
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
And hopefully COVID just like chills out a little bit so that I'm not like scared when we're there. I'm definitely gonna wear a mask when inside though.
Okay.
I wish it would just like take it down a notch.
Mhm.
Just chill out.
Mhm.
Okay. You want to talk about your hay plants and the pulleys?
Sure. So we have two houses on this property. The one that we are on the roof of right now, and the big house that's over yonder. And we have decided to turn the second floor of that house into some hay storage
For this year.
for this year because we need some hay. And we were going to get it from Vermont, but so it's tough because the hay in Vermont is actually really good quality hay, and the guy's nice
And it's cheap.
and it's cheap, but it's also Vermont, so it's 4.5 hours away. And so actually I would guess that with the increase in gas prices, it'll probably end up being more than $7 per bale, because basically where it is right now, if we get from Agway or another like farm store near us, it's like $12 a bale for second cut hay, which is basically coming up from like, you know, upstate New York. So we found some places in Connecticut that are starting to have second cut, and we're hoping that we can just get some from there. Because, you know, originally with our first three alpacas, Marshmallow Mocha and Pumpkin, we started them off this second cut hay from Vermont because we didn't know where else to get it. And then they really like wouldn't eat anything else. Like they just wouldn't eat the other hay that we got. But now that we have all these alpacas, you know, there's probably like a sense of competition there where they
You
kind
put
of
a
just,
bale of hay in there and they're gonna eat it.
right. So, you know, we're just kind of weighing, you know, is it worth to take up an entire day and, you know, have both of us drive all the way up to Vermont and back, and then try to unload all this hay, and it's probably not going to be worth it. But anyway, so now our plan is to probably get 100 bales of hay. So the challenge is, how do you get 100 bales of hay to the second floor of a residential structure? So a lot of people would, use a hay elevator, which would be good.
I know, looking at you, Mulberry Branch.
But in lieu of spending that amount of money on a hay elevator, where was I? Hay elevator. We got a game processing hanger. So it's a gambrel hook and a pulley system that we're going to use to probably put a loop around. I'm thinking we're going to put a loop around the chimney so that we have
That
it.
sounds dangerous.
So that we have it at the right angle, and then we're going to have some kind of ladder. So we're basically going to replicate a hay elevator. And actually, Rob sent me this video where you have a truck that's hooked up to one end of the pulley, and you have a sled on here. And so you have the sled with the hay on it on the ramp, and then the rope goes up to the pulley, and then the rope from the pulley goes down to the truck, and so you drive the truck away and pull the hay up there.
It's going to be festive, and we'll definitely film it.
Oh yeah.
Unless it becomes dangerous, so then we'll stop filming it.
I don't think it's going to become dangerous.
No?
I don't think so.
What are we going to use? Sorry if our dogs are bothering anybody else's dogs. And hi, how to garden. Hello.
Yeah, God forbid somebody drives on our street.
Yes.
How dare they?
Well, and it was your family.
Our family. We're married.
What are we going to use? Tree trunks for the ramp? Or are you going to go buy
I'm thinking the extension ladder might work.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I think we may need to see if we can reinforce it a little bit, because I just think, and we have these wheels, so I'm thinking that we're going to have basically a pallet, and then we're going to put wheels on the back end so that it wheels are, so think of a chicken tractor, and so the same thing. So when it's laying flat, the wheels are up and then the front is down, but when you pull it, it goes like this, and so it kind of rolls up the ladder.
All right. I like it. We'll see how it goes.
We will see how it goes. It's going to be interesting, because we also have to think, so if you have a ladder like this and you have all the weight down here and then you pull it up here, the ladder's going to want to tip up like that. So I don't know if we're going to need to anchor it at the bottom.
Well, we have plenty of rocks.
Yeah.
You can just move a zillion-ton rock with your tractor.
It will certainly be interesting. And I mean, I think at worst, that pulley system allegedly lifts up to 400 pounds. So I think at worst we can probably figure a way without a ramp to just hoist it.
Yeah, hopefully we won't have to just hoist.
I don't think we'll have to just hoist.
I'm going to send you pictures of this vertical garden I just seen that looked so cool. Well, my phone is inside, but send the pictures away. And I love them. Oh, is it the one with the pumpkins? That one is making its rounds right now. There's a picture of cattle panels with all these different types of pumpkins hanging down.
Mm-hmm.
Shit looks magical. Yes. Nailed it. That picture is it's really nice. And I don't know how many different, I almost wonder if it's faked. Because there's literally so much variety in the different types of pumpkins that they're growing. They would need to have 50 different plants along that. It's very cool though. It looks great.
Cool.
And even if it is fake, they did a good
job.
A good job at deep fake.
So I'm looking forward to setting this whole ramp thing up.
I'm looking forward to not paying $12 a bale for hay.
Yeah. And so we're paying $7 in Connecticut, and hopefully it should. I would imagine it's going to be comparable, maybe a little lower quality than the stuff we are getting now, but it's almost half the price. So
as long as it feeds the alpacas.
As long as it feeds the alpacas, gives them the nutrition that they need.
Crazy life. Hello.
I'm glad to hear you made home. Glad to hear that you made it home safe.
So you were on our list of things to talk about, so we'll talk about you now. Mo was in the area this weekend and came and visited us.
Yep.
And got to tour the little farm. It was, I mean, farm.
Little farm.
Yeah, like our backyard, basically. Saw the chicken village in real life. Got to go for a Pebbles pony ride.
Yeah.
Pebbles shot between her legs and then like tried to carry her off, which was festive and fun. And then Pebbles got put in the house and wasn't allowed on the rest of the adventure for the day.
And yeah, Chloe, send us that picture. We'd love to see it. If you have our Facebook, my Facebook, which is our Facebook, or Instagram. Either way is fine.
We'll all see it
Yeah.
one way or another.
But yeah, it was good to see Mo
Yeah,
and
super
hang
fun.
out. Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, it's always nice to like put like a real face and like human
Right.
to,
Right.
because like I know, and I think that's part of like why I had such a fun time getting that package from M and like sending the hat,
Yeah.
because it's like you get
Interactive.
like, yeah, you get like a little bit more connected too.
Yeah.
So
It's nice.
you couldn't be any further away if you tried, though. Just saying. So anyway,
Speaking of that, the Chicken Village is done
finished. Yes.
for now.
Oh, spoiler alert! We're gonna Friday's video.
Well, you'll have to find out on Friday what I mean. Didn't have to be a spoiler alert.
Okay, so speaking of alpacas,
Who was talking about alpacas?
I mean, we've
We
been
were
talking
talking
about
about
alpacas this whole time. So the people in Vermont who, here, how about this? Speaking of Vermont, the people in Vermont who we got the Vermont 5 from, who turned into the Vermont 6 because of Felix, contacted John, us, yesterday, and I just saw their message like an hour ago saying like, oh, do you need any more alpacas? Because we've got some more. So we might have more alpacas coming our way. I'm like, I've got my fingers crossed. And she said boys or girls, but since our boys are testing,
We're all buoyed up.
yeah,
So we have Carl and we have Monarch and Cody, and so we have 2 intact males, we have 1 gelded, and then we have
baby Felix.
baby Felix. So we're gonna end up with 4 boys, which is probably plenty. So
Yes. Like, that was another thing that Sweet Pea Farm was talking about. What are boy goats called?
bucks,
She said we're all bucked out or overbucked or something like
Overbucked.
that. She's
we've been bucked over.
she said her husband like
Couldn't give a buck.
hoards bucks, maybe, I forget, but it was like,
Who gives a buck?
yeah,
We have enough males.
yeah, because they don't get along the same way that the ladies do, and they're not like as friendly as the ladies are.
You know, it's funny because
Buck hoarder, yeah.
it used to be like at our old property. The joke was there's only like 2 boys on this property, me and Norman.
Yeah,
Now there's a bunch of them.
I know, there's way too many boys. I mean, the girls still like way outnumber, but like it literally did used to be just John and Norman.
Yeah.
And now there's all kinds of boys floating around.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. If you want, I'll send, well, you're gonna Instagram message
Us.
the picture that you were talking about, and then I'll reply to it with that person's contact. Though, didn't you say you were 14 hours away?
Yeah. Kentucky.
Vermont's even further.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure there's somebody who could alpaca you up closer. Yeah. Sweet Pea Farm says I like John's options too. Who gives a buck?
Who gives a buck?
Yeah. So I'm basically holding my breath, waiting to find out like what type, color, how many, ages, anything. So fingers crossed that works out, and I hope that. Part of me always feels like if somebody has like something free and they're like, here, if you don't say like, yes, thank you, and get it like that instant, I always get nervous that it's going to get like snatched away.
Yeah, you have Facebook free
FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, like big time. I'm like, oh, available mine. And so I didn't see that message for like almost a full day.
Yeah. Well, and that's sort of why we have an extra lawnmower in the garage, is because it's one of those things where you see somebody giving a functioning lawnmower away, and my instinct is just get it, because usually it's like within an hour it's gone.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that chicken coop you tried to get. That would have been real nice in Weston.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever people are giving away basically anything, we're like, oh, hello.
But yeah, somebody had a trailer that or a camping trailer that they were selling for $500.
Which is practically giving it away. My mentor farm I'm trying to get another from is just in Ohio, much closer, only 5 hours.
Wow.
Free breeding and a new girl all in one stop. Didn't the people that we got Macy and Linda from say that we could have a free breeding?
Yes.
Maybe we should contact them this spring.
Hmm.
I'm first in line at the COVID-19 test clinic. Oh, early.
Right, because it's Australia, everything's backwards. It's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning.
First thing in the morning, it's tomorrow morning, right?
Living in the future.
Yeah.
How's it feel, Steve?
Right. And is it an instant test, or are they going to have to send you the results? Because I don't know, I've heard that the results places are like backed up again. So you go from like, instead of it being instant or like just a day or two, now it's like 3 or 4 days, and all the stuff that can happen in 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
I ended up with 3 new alpacas because I responded fast enough on a free alpaca, and I was able to deal with her disability. The alpaca's disability, what is it? Someone was giving away piglets, but my husband said, no, Tony, no.
Luckily our town
I know, our
has
town
said
says
no.
no to piglets, so
But 2-day turnaround.
it's a 2-day turnaround, I'm hoping.
But he said he was already in isolation
Right.
preventively, so maybe he'll stay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, I think in Australia, they're
Well, they take it very seriously.
more seriously than people do here. It's silly. Husbands are the worst, right? No.
Only some of them.
Yeah.
Sweet Pea Farm says you can get a new husband, right?
Yeah. Well,
Just return that. Bring that one back to the store.
maybe you could trade him.
Trade it for a newer model.
Well, I was thinking for the piglets.
Oh, there you go.
Cat has the best husband.
She does.
But and it's true. I agree. But that means that I talk so nice about you to my friends because
Well, they can just see it.
Well, yeah.
My goodness emanates.
It does, but also, I mean, but if I was walking around trash talking you to Samira, she wouldn't.
Well, so here's the thing. Being the best husband in the world is actually really easy.
Just
You
say
know
yes.
what the secret is? Yeah, you just never say no to anything.
Catherine, yes.
And then there you are.
Well,
I get a
that's
trophy and everything.
Yeah, you do. I'll make you a trophy. That's when the person in Vermont with the alpacas, her name is Kate, and when she messaged, at first John was like, do we really need more alpacas? And I barely had to puppy face.
Well, I just want to have a plan, because if we add a lot more, they're just going to need some more space. So I just want to make sure that they're happy. I mean, we bought this property to fill with animals.
Yeah, right.
And so if we can get, and you know, as capitalistic as it gets, you know, we want the alpacas to, they don't necessarily at this point need to make a ton of money, but they need to at least offset their costs. And so if we can get free alpacas,
Yes.
that certainly offsets the cost, because there are people who sell alpacas for thousands of dollars
Thousands
each,
and thousands.
and the absolute bare minimum is $500 a piece
if you're selling.
if you're selling. So, you know,
Because we were talking to a farm before we got the boys who were all given to us. We were talking to a farm about buying some boys. Oh, because after Felix was born, and we were like, we need a plan
Right.
for Felix to have some dudes to
Right.
hang out with. And I was talking to this farm, and they were like, oh yeah, da da da, like would need to have a decision made by X date or else he's going to become meat. And I'm like,
Well, but that place, so that was, they have like
thousands of
over
alpacas.
2,000 alpacas.
Yeah.
It's an interesting place.
Oh, look how sweet. I can't wait to make my boyfriend my husband. He's the best.
Nice.
That's so sweet. Yeah, and Sweetie, I know what you mean about having like an enabler. I think my mom thought that, John, you were gonna try
I was
to
going
like
to put the hammer down.
kind of rein me in a little bit and like keep me like if like this is the circle of sanity. He was gonna try to like keep me at least close to it.
The problem really became that I wanted to build a barn. Because if I didn't want to build stuff and like we had to pay for like
Right.
chicken coops,
Yeah.
that I think would put a serious detriment
Yes.
in what we're doing.
Well, and it also, I mean, it wouldn't be as fun for me because I don't like spending money because I'm
Well,
a cheap ass
But
bitch.
that's what I'm saying. So like if we have a 12 by 16 barn, we have 13 chicken coops down there. One of them is 8 by 12. The other ones are 4 by 6. That's a lot of square foot of chicken coops and runs and chicken wire and all that stuff. If you had to pay for that stuff out of pocket for somebody else to do,
Wouldn't be.
it
here.
wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's because I initially liked building stuff, and I do still enjoy building stuff, and with Joanne and Rick's help. By the way, where is Joanne?
I don't know. I mean, she's probably
So busy.
so busy.
So busy.
Why did the town say no to piglets? Just wondering. Is there like a reason written in the town?
There's nothing. There's no reason. It's just the town doesn't want pigs or pelt-bearing animals. My assumption is it's because
It's in their like zoning regulations.
right. It's in the regulations for the town. It's either because
Hi, Skinner
pigs
Farms.
root and destroy the ground.
So the soil erosion thing.
So there's that, and then I think also, in general, whether it's true or not, pigs have the reputation for being gross, and I think they tend to be a little bit smelly and
yeah, I guess if
blah,
we
blah,
were
blah.
going to be like hog farmers,
right.
it probably like wouldn't be long until it was gross.
Well, and also, our town has very lax restrictions on how many because before we moved here, I talked to the town because at our previous property we could only have 50 chickens. Regardless of how big our property was, even though we had like 150. I mean 50. But like here.
Oh, feral hogs. That's a good point. If they escape and then destroy.
That could be true too.
Good call. Sorry.
But but it's fine because I'm fine with it because they have no restrictions on how many chickens you can have. And they basically every zoning office is very nice. Everybody I've spoken to at the local government is very helpful and very nice, and it's all come down to like as long as you're not a nuisance to your neighbors, it's not really that big of a deal.
it's our neighbors love us.
Right. Well, and like because I had asked about a fire pit because like the guy, one of our neighbors had said we were burning some brush in a metal barrel, and he had said our neighbor's a firefighter, so he had said something about it. But I talked to the town, and they were like, as long as smoke's not blowing in your neighbor's yard. So I think it all comes down to
they don't want problems.
They don't want problems, and
so
I think
don't cause them problems.
Exactly, and so I think that's basically what it comes down to is that pigs in general have the potential to cause neighbor concerns, and they don't want that to happen.
So Sweetie says my pigs poop a ton. I have to have poop scooped every day, but I'm guessing with multiple days you guys could handle that. We scoop poop with the alpacas once or twice a day. Because that's like kind of just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But alpaca poops are like little pellets, but pigs are like big gross poops, right? That's just how they are in my mind. I don't think I've ever actually seen pig poop.
It's probably closer to our Great Dane poop than
alpacas. Like human poop instead of pellets.
But I'm not sure because they're herbivores.
I think pigs will eat anything, right?
Yeah. We have a fire extinguisher. And there's also, so the thing about the fires is they say there's a daily fire report that we get from the Department of Environmental Protection. And so it's like if it's a moderate risk or higher, they suggest not having a fire. So I always check that before we start one. Usually.
We also don't really live, it's not like the West Coast
Right.
where like wildfires burn like millions
Yeah.
of acres. That's not
And we have it
like
in a
that here.
beautiful fire pit that was built by 2 expert masons. And it's wonderful. It's coming
Yeah.
great.
Right.
Very. But we should probably wrap it up
Oh yeah, it's 8
because
o'clock.
of Mulberry Branch coming
Yeah.
up next.
Did we talk about everything on our list? Just really quick. Crazy Life, Farmland Restoration, Memorial Pack is Biggie,
Yep.
Repaint the Barn. Finished our list.
Heyo.
And there you have it. Okay, so Mulberry Branch goes live right now. We are going to go, well, me. I'm going to go hang out with them. Thank you for hanging out with us. We hope everybody has a good rest of your Wednesday night.
And thank you for hanging
Where
out.
did you get your
Burn Barrel.
Burn Barrel? Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
I think you like met them in a police parking lot. It was strange.
Well, you meet someone in a police parking lot
So
so
they
that
don't
nothing
rob you.
sketchy happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think it was actually Shelton. Sketchy stuff goes down in Shelton.
Okay.
I've been there.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night,
Thanks
everybody.
for coming. Appreciate you. Friday's video is going to be a fun one.
As opposed to all the other videos.